Yo, 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 good people. Welcome to the HerbMan Show.
Yo, 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 good people. It's your homie HerbMan, and you back upside the head with another hot banger boogie. Hey, look, go tell somebody your resident herbalist is on. Your homie HerbMan is on. We appreciate all of you guys for continuing to roll with us, all of our HerbMan family. And if you are new to the program, welcome. Go ahead and hit that logo right at the bottom of your screen right there and hit that notification bell so that you never miss what we're bringing to the world. All right, so we're talking about nanotechnology and what it means to us moving forward. And also we're going to be talking about today nanomedicine, and is it the future of medicine? Okay. And I know a lot of us are toiling over the vaccine and what's in the vaccine. Are they using nanotechnology? Well, I'm here to tell you that nanotechnology has been utilized in other products that we are utilizing. So we all may already be having nanotechnology or nanoparticles inside of our bodies. It's already been in things like sunscreen, all right? Your clothing, furniture, you know, all these paint coatings that we use on a day-to-day basis, all this type of stuff. So a lot of this stuff can seep into our skin and then get into our body. So we already could be having nanoparticles in our bodies anyway. Okay, so the science is still out. People are still out researching how beneficial this could be. All right, so what is nanotechnology and what is the integration of medicine? What does it have to do with medicine, and how can nanomedicine really benefit us as a culture, as a society, and as a people moving forward, and also as a human race? Because trust me, people all across the globe are in this nanotechnology race, because if it is the medicine of the future, then we already know the upside as far as money is concerned. Who's going to get all of that? So when we're talking about nanomedicine, we're talking about the use of nanomaterials for diagnosis, prevention, monitoring, and control of treatment of diseases. Okay, so nanotechnology is basically the science of the smallest building blocks all the way down to the atomic, the molecule structure. Okay, it is the smallest particle that we could actually devise. Okay, that we could actually devise to combat or to mimic or to be as small as the viruses, the bacteria, the germs, and the cancers that are in our bodies. So it's the smallest thing we could create. Okay, and that's what we call nanotechnology. All right, and then you have things as far as nanotechnology is concerned. Then you have other types of things also that's been utilized or that are already in the pipeline, like smart pills. Okay, smart pills are pills that may have sensors or cameras in them, and so when you digest these pills, they could offer up a slew of information for us to be able to detect certain things in your body. Okay, and that's also going to help for obviously early detection and all that type of stuff, and just give the clinics a great deal of data to deal with as far as your health is concerned. Some other technologies are vibrant capsules. Okay, and these capsules are kind of good for the digestive system. You have you got other situations like nanobots. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys may have heard of the nanobots and all these different things. And so nanobots is for cell repair and things of that nature. So what we're talking about here is the advent of something to try to circumvent or deter or lower the mortality rate when it comes to deadly diseases. You guys, that's what this is really all about. We are creating a science, creating a technology to curb our mortality rate when it comes to deadly diseases like cancer, diabetes, and so forth and so on. Okay, and so we're basically trying to live forever if you're not getting that. Okay, but that doesn't mean you go out and get it. That means that you need to continue to do your research, because however we are continue to still do research on how beneficial this could be, and if it could even be done, because again, the body is so intrinsic, it is so complex that your immune system, one of the greatest issues with this science is that your immune system will pretty much eat it up as soon as they get into your body. And so we're having to really figure out how to get this past your immune system before it could even do some work. And so one of the scary things about this, and just to give you a caveat, you know, over 90-something% of the medicines that you're using for like cancer or something like that, it doesn't even get to the cancer cells. You know, so only a good 1% can get there, and again, it's really due to the immune system. You got to get this stuff through your kidneys and through your liver. All right, and those are your two filters, so that stuff don't get into your blood, and so foreign objects don't get into your bloodstream. And so it's very difficult to try to get these nanoparticles through the filtration systems and be able to get it to work in the body the way it is designed to do. And it's because of our immune system, because of our bodies being so complex. What this is really trying to do is add a little bit more oomph to our immune system, especially when we're dealing with adverse conditions, especially when we're dealing with viruses that we don't, you know what's going on with them, or we're dealing with cancers and we can't stop the spread of them. And so that's what this is this is what these inventions are all about right here, right? Curving the mortality rate with things we don't understand when we're dealing with diseases. Now, here are some of the things that they're saying nanotechnology could really help us in when we're talking about medicine and our health. It could help us in drug delivery, okay? So because they're so small, they can get to the actual tissue, the organ, or the cell that needs to be repaired, and they can deliver the drug that is necessary without harming all of the other healthy cells, okay? This is one fundamental principle that nanomedicine is trying to step out on, that it will help us in drug delivery. It will help us get heat to that part of the body, i.e. my last video I was telling you guys about how heat really can be a healing mechanism with our bodies, and here is one clear evidence of why it can, so that you can provide heat to the cancer cells, or heat to that tissue or to that organ that is necessary without harming or heating up the other areas of the body. Because the heat also will, over time, it can have adverse effects on the nearby tissues. Okay, so you want to be careful with heat, but now you can get more specific when you're dealing with nanomedicine. Also, we can provide light there so that we can see what's actually going on in a particular area, and also this could help us get other substances that we need in order to provide that particular patient with the things that are necessary to figure out what is going on and what is the actual application of the medication that they're going to be needing. The second one is that it will help us in our diagnostics, okay? This just simply means that it could be a very good tool for early detection of uncontrollable bacteria, infections, and cancers, okay? It could be a very, very good tool for early detection for various diseases, like viruses, bacteria, and cancers in our bodies, okay? Because again, if you can provide, you know, if you can do a smart pill, or if you can do a pill that can monitor your drug use, right? So they do have that as well, a pill that you take that let them know if you're taking your medication. See, all of this stuff is out here. Again, this stuff has already been created in other industries that we're already using, so they already have enough research to know what it can and what it can't do. They just don't have enough to know what it will do inside of the human body. But again, this is a theory. A fundamental thing is that it will help us early detect diseases like viruses, bacteria, and cancers, all right, tumors and all that type of stuff. All right, the third one is that it could be very beneficial in antibacterial treatments. So we're dealing with circumstances to where the antibiotics that we're taking are just not working on the infections that we have, right? So you have antibiotic resistant infections, all right? These are things like the pandemic that keeps mutating into different forms and different people and creating different side effects and just all types of things, right? And you can't really get a grasp on it because of its efforts to mutate. Okay, its efforts to mutate, and we have a lot of these bacteria and viruses in our environment. And so one of the great things about nanomedicine that they're trying to claim is that this could actually help us fight off those those resistant infections, especially when we're talking about those that are resistant to antibiotics. Okay, we can figure out what we can do to help ourselves in that area. All right, so the fourth one here is it will help us in wound treatments. All right, it will help us stop internal bleeding. Okay, because again, you can when you're talking about the nanobots and all that type of stuff that will repair the cells, which we'll get to next here, all that type of stuff could be very beneficial because these things will get into your bloodstream. Okay, and it will be able to do some nano surgeries, so to speak, and you won't have to really worry about the big boy surgeries and the big boy chemotherapies and all that type of stuff, because this stuff will be supposedly, it will help us with our internal bleeding, with our wounds and stuff on the inside of us. And lastly, it is claimed to help us with our cell repair. Okay, that's really one of the greatest things about this nanotechnology that I'm interested in, because of course, if you can regenerate your cells and if you can continue to understand and do the research on why cell therapy is so important in our healing, in our regeneration, in our aging process and all of that type of stuff, then you'll know that this is one of the fundamental things here that all the scientists and all the researchers are trying to figure this part out. Because once you can figure this part out, the rest is almost, it almost falls in line here. So what they're saying is that nanomedicine will it will function as antibodies do in our bodies, and basically what that does is that will mimic the natural healing process that our bodies go through in order to get us over a thing. Okay, so now you have a functionality to where it could mimic the cell's healing process, the natural healing process of our cells, that these nanotechnologies now can get into our bodies and start to mimic and start to help us in regenerating our cells. Now what this means is that could be a possible insight to us living longer lives, and that's one of the principles, one of the fundamentals that nanomedicine is trying to say that it is a benefit of. But again, let's get back to some of the cons. Okay, now these are kind of the pros that the medical industry is saying. This is maybe why we need to look into nanomedicine, nanotechnology in our medicines. Okay, but here is the issue. Again, we're going to get back to this complex body here. All right, now you know that in your body here you have an immune system that is very intricate, and like I said, is very complex. And so the main problem is when you put something in your body, your immune system is going to fight it off. That's why 99% of the cancerous drugs don't get to the cancer. That's why 99% of the cancer drugs do not reach the cancer cells, because your immune system is so strong. It works so good. Okay, and what happens is, when it gets to your liver processing your blood, and it takes out all of the toxins. It takes out all of the foreign invaders. It takes out all of the things that it don't understand or it can't communicate with, right? And so if you can't get it through the filter of the kidneys, then you definitely won't be able to get it through the liver. And so what we're trying to do is first get it through these blood banks, right? So that it can get into your blood, so that it can find these cancer cells, it can find these viruses, it can find these bacteria. And basically it acts as it's almost like the Navy SEAL for our immune systems. Now, you're already equipped with the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Marines, and all this type of stuff. The Coast Guard. You got everybody, right? And then you have this special group of people that come in and basically just search and destroy. And so this is what nanomedicine is hoping that you guys would believe that it can do, so that you can get this vaccines in you and you can get these things in you, so that it could help detect, it could help deliver, it could help diagnose, it could help treat, and it can help repair you from issues concerning your health. Now, I want to go back to some herbs and get you guys to understand that you got to understand the process of what they're trying to do with nanomedicine. You got to understand the reasoning of what they're trying to do. What they're trying to do with this technology, first of all, is curb mortality rates from us dying from curable diseases. That's the first thing you need to understand. Secondly, they're trying to devise a technology or a drug or anything that only deals with the disease cells and not every cell in your body. Okay, you have an immune system here that is called the innate immune system. It doesn't have a respect of person. Okay, when anything foreign comes in, or if it sees anything foreign in your body, it automatically starts to try to kill those foreign invaders. And that's why we have such an influx in autoimmune issues, right? Because it's basically your body not recognizing itself. Okay, and so what happens is you get this chemotherapy type of reaction in your body, to where your body is fighting off everything in it, including itself. Okay, and this could cause health issues in you. So when we have these issues, right, where we're cutting off all our cells because we can't recognize the difference between the good and the bad, that's going to wreak havoc on our health issues, especially moving forward. Okay, and that's why you see this uptick on autoimmune issues. All right, but remind yourself that drugs could also do the same thing, where it kills off everything in your body. Okay, drugs like chemotherapy. So we're trying to get away from that, and we're trying to get more specific. We're trying to get more directed. All right, and so because of that, that's where these inventions are coming from. Okay, but there's another thing too that the body can do just by itself. And so you have herbs that are called immune modulators, and you also have herbs that are called immune boosters. Okay, so you have immune boosting herbs, and then you have immune modulating herbs. Okay, now if you are dealing with a situation where your body is attacking itself, it does not recognize the good from the bad, then you don't really want to boost those immune cells. What you want to do is modulate those. Okay, you want to modulate those. So again, if your immune system is not operating properly, i.e. you have an autoimmune issue, you don't want to go out and take herbs like echinacea and all those types of things, because again, they are boosting deformed cells. Okay, you have a deformed communication system, and you're boosting the proliferation of these cells when you are taking immune boosters. Okay, so you really want to know the differences between those two categories of herbs. Okay, so when you're doing modulators, immune modulators, what they go into is they go in and try to rectify the balance of communication. Okay, they're not promoting any proliferation. They're not promoting any apoptosis, any killing of anything. What they're doing is simply promoting balance. Okay, let's get back to proper communication in what we're doing. And those are going to be herbs like reishi mushroom, turkey tail mushroom. Okay, your mushroom family is going to be very beneficial in helping us modulate our systems. Again, reishi mushroom and turkey tail mushroom is going to be very beneficial in helping you modulate your immune system. And one last other one is astragalus, and that's why astragalus is one of the most sought after herbs that you need to have for your immune system. But again, it is a immune modulator. So if you have a good immune system, if you're not dealing with autoimmune issues, right, and you have a pretty fair, well working immune system, then you're going to be needing to take immune boosters, okay? Then you're going to get off into herbs like echinacea and things of that nature, elderberry and all of that stuff. Those are your immune boosting herbs. That's when your immune system works properly, but it just needs a little help to ward off what we're dealing with in our environment and to ward off what we're dealing with in our foods and all that type of stuff. Then all you need to do is just give your properly working immune system a little jump start, a little boost. And so herbs like echinacea and stuff like that will be very beneficial for you in that particular arena. Okay, so you got to kind of know where your body is at, what your body is doing. You know, again, you got to kind of get down to the nitty gritty. But this is why they're trying to invent a nanotechnology. But again, if you know the herbs to utilize, you can use these herbs to do the very same things that they're trying to get these nanotechnology to do. And also there's other things out there that we could do. You got to look at what it's trying to do: deliver some drugs, some heat, some light, and some other substances. All right, so if I can get heat in my body, okay, if I can get the cells to communicate properly, i.e. with modulators or either boosters, okay, if I can make sure that my body has the antibodies that are needed in order for it to not only fight off and ward off, but also learn the pathogens so that the next time they're introduced, we know what to do to fight off them, right? So, you know, your body already has this intelligence. Now we just have to utilize the herbs that will promote the intelligence and will be able to promote the well-being of our bodies. And see, when you're dealing with herbs, the herbs are doing just what the nanotechnology is designed to do. It gets into the bloodstream, but look at the herbs. It doesn't affect your kidneys, okay, like the nanoparticles will do. It doesn't affect your liver like the nanoparticles will do. Your body doesn't reject the herbs like it will reject the nanomedicine, okay? So again, is nanomedicine really the cure for the future? Is it really the medicine of the future? Or is our future no medicine at all? You be the judge. I'm your homie HerbMan. I love you guys, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Go tell somebody to go tell somebody your homie HerbMan was on. And until next time, love HerbMan.
Yo, good people. Welcome to the HerbMan Show.